Did you ever consider going to those guys and saying, hey, this might be the one time you need to tone it down?
This might be the one time you need to what?
Tone it down, the trash talk?
I don't tell anybody to do anything. I don't try to control any other human beings in any way, shape, or form. They do it this. I say it all the time. We're in the fight business, and if you get your feelings hurt that bad, you probably shouldn't ask the type of questions when you know the answer you're going to get from Strickland. Let's start there. You know what I mean? If you ask him, you know who he is, and if you ask him a certain question, he was baited in that question.
I'm not, sorry, my mistake. Not referring to that question. Just, Strickland got a little.
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
I know what you asked me. It is what it is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about this situation that is going down in Canada right now surrounding a recent UFC event. It's getting absolutely insane, and you're going to love this video. Trust me. Recently, a UFC fighter, Sean Strickland, caused quite a stir with the liberal mainstream media, obviously out in Canada, and I would say across the world, because people just aren't used to the idea of people saying how they really feel about a certain situation. At a press conference, a woke reporter questioned Sean Strickland on his past comments surrounding the LGBTQ community, because that is the state of journalism in today's world, in an attempt to try and catch Sean Strickland out. But what we got instead was Sean going absolutely off on this reporter. He put this reporter in his place. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It is amazing, especially in a time where usually people would sit there and, they get really scared when those questions come along. Oh yeah, guys, I am really sorry for the comments I made in the past. Please like me. Please love me. Sean, nah, he does not give an F. Let's just remind ourselves of what went down in that press conference. Take a watch.
We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd...
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and some would say...
Let me ask you something. Are you gay?
Have you had the chance to interact with a more diverse...
Are you... Let me know. Are you gay?
Could I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of... Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak man, dude. You're part of the problem. You elected Justin Trudeau. Like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just pathetic. And the fact that you have no backbone, and has he shut down your country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid like that, go yourself. Move the on, man.
Really
and now all of a sudden, people like you have weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your peddling.
Yeah, you know what, I mean, maybe I'm not the one to comment on this, but maybe, just maybe, it's time for these journalists to pack their things and head home, because it's clear to see nobody wants them around asking these sort of questions. But because of Sean's comments, it really does seem like people have come together and said, hey, look, we don't want what's going down in Canada to happen any longer. Obviously, there have always been people who have wanted change, but it seems like Sean's comments have really, really amplified that. I mean, it went insanely viral everywhere on social media. So in the crowd of this recent UFC event that just took place in Canada, a chant broke out that again is going viral absolutely everywhere. The crowd started chanting F Trudeau. Boy, Joe Rogan has also reacted to this on his podcast, so I'll play that clip after you've seen the crowd stand up and chant something that a lot of Canadians also feel like chanting every day. Take a watch.
Fuck Trudeau.
Was that the UFC?
Yelling, fuck Trudeau.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
That guy's
Canada, get your shit together. Come back. Come back to what you used to be.
Hey, look, man, this is just how everybody feels, right? People who live in Canada and obviously people who live outside Canada. Everybody wants this country to move away from this place that has been hijacked by these woke activists who make it so uncomfortable for the average Canadian. Also, Justin Trudeau and the way he treats pretty much every single situation, from the pandemic, freezing bank accounts, etc., etc. Man, when the next election happens, which I think is in 2025, I hope the Canadian people make their voices heard loud and clear, because to have him back in, boy, the thought of that, I feel sorry for every single Canadian. You know, I get some of you guys leaving comments down below about how things are. It's just sad. It really is. However, you would have thought these woke reporters would have learned their lesson the first time. Nah, obviously not. So we've had another situation take place at a press conference. This time it was after the event that happened. Sean Strickland lost in his fight, unfortunately. Even Dana White came out and said, hey, look, I think he won, so that's interesting to see. But this situation, again, involves Dana White, and these woke reporters try and back him into a corner by asking him all of these questions, and you should never do that, especially with Dana White. Leading report goes on to post this on X. Breaking: woke Canadian reporter tries to bait UFC president Dana White into commenting on some of former champion Sean Strickland's remarks, and it backfires. Free speech, brother. People can say what they want and people can believe whatever they want.
Do you ever consider going to those guys and saying, hey, this might be the one time you need to tone it down?
This might be the one time you need to what?
Tone it down, the trash talk.
I don't tell anybody to do anything. I don't try to control any other human beings in any way, shape, or form. They do it this. I say it all the time. We're in the fight business, and you know, if you get your feelings hurt that bad, you probably shouldn't ask the type of questions when you know the answer you're going to get from Strickland. Let's start there. You know what I mean? If you ask him, you know who he is, and if you ask him a certain question, he was baited in that question.
Well, I'm not. Sorry, my mistake. Not referring to that question. Just, you know, Strickland got a little.
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
I know what you asked me. It is what it is. It's the fight business, man.
Dana, I just want to go back. You were talking about, like, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, you know, what they can say when they are up there with a UFC microphone, and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there?
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you.
A leash?
Like
free speech. Control what people say. Going to tell people what to believe. Going to tell people. I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on, though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want, and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any. We had two gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean Strickland. They could give a shit what Sean Strickland thinks, or what he says, or what his beliefs are, or what his opinions are. You know what I mean? Go ahead. What do you got?
I love it, man. These responses, they're not used to it. What did they think was going to happen, by the way? Did they think they were going to get some kind PR answers to their questions? Nah, the UFC's never really been like that. And as you even heard Dana White say, you know, if you ask Sean Strickland a certain question, which he was baited into, you're going to get a certain response from him. And if you get your feelings hurt, well, that's down to you. Just don't ask a stupid question. I really do think we're seeing this cultural shift right now, and people just aren't going to take it any longer. They're going to say how they really feel, and these woke journalists, these woke reporters are just going to have to deal with that. You know, as Candace Owens says, life's tough. Get a helmet ASAP. But leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on this story. What are your thoughts on the chants in the UFC crowd and Dana White's comments? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating, as it really, really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, comment on this video, share this video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out.